Hearts Bound by Threads, the story of Mitsuri and Obanai. Obanai Iguro sat on the porch of the Hashira mansion, staring at the moon. His snake, Kaburamaru, quietly slithered along his arm, as if sensing his unease. "You know," Obanai whispered, "I'll always stay by her side, even if one day I disappear." Mitsuri Kanroji, on the other hand, always shone. Her pink and green hair seemed to reflect her radiant soul. But behind her smile hid unease. She often felt different, strange, not like others. Only near Obanai could she truly be herself. He, however, never dared to confess the truth. His scars, his past, to him they were filth that should never touch her purity. One of the rare peaceful evenings brought all the Hashira together. The village was celebrating the autumn festival. Lanterns lit the streets, people laughed, vendors shouted cheerfully. "Mitsuri," Shinobu called. "Come with us, it'll be fun." But Mitsuri's eyes turned toward Obanai, standing in the shadows. Her heart gave her the answer. "Sorry, but I want to go with him." Obanai flinched ever so slightly, but said nothing. Together they walked through the bustling street. The villagers stared in surprise. Bright Mitsuri beside the silent, stern Obanai, spring walking with winter. She bought 2 candied apples and held one out to him. "You have to try it." He hesitated, but her smile shattered all his walls. Even Kaburamaru nudged him forward. That night, for the first time, he allowed himself to feel happiness. On their way back, Mitsuri gathered her courage. "Obanai, you're always by my side." "Why?" He froze. His heart pounded as if he'd been caught in a crime. But instead of answering, he clenched his fist. "Because I want you to be happy." She looked at him with a warmth he had never seen before. "But I'm only happy when you're with me." Those words etched themselves into his memory forever. Happiness did not last long. Demons never slept, and that night the village was attacked. One of the upper moons emerged from the darkness, tearing through houses, devouring people. Mitsuri was the first to charge in. Her love for people and her desire to protect them burned brighter than fear. Her blade shimmered under the moonlight, her movements graceful yet deadly. "Mitsuri," Obanai shouted, rushing to her side. His serpent style slashed in perfect precision, Kaburamaru moving with him in deadly rhythm. They fought shoulder to shoulder, as if they had always been one. He covered her back, she covered his. In their eyes, there was no fear, only faith in each other. After the brutal battle, they sat by the river. Mitsuri, covered in blood and dust, still managed to smile. "You know, Obanai, I've always wanted to be normal. But when I'm with you, I feel like I'm right where I belong." He stared at the water. His hands trembled. He couldn't stay silent anymore. "Mitsuri, I hate myself. I was born in filth in a family of monsters. These scars, they're proof I'm unworthy of you." She suddenly grabbed his hand. "Don't you dare say that. You're the kindest, strongest person I know. You've saved me more times than I can count. If anyone deserves love, it's you." For the first time, he allowed himself to meet her eyes without fear. And what he saw, there was only one thing: love. Obanai slowly pulled a small piece of cloth from his pocket. It was a gift he had long wanted to give her, but never had the courage. A scarf, knitted with his own hands. "This is for you," he said, his voice shaking. Mitsuri hugged him so tightly, he could barely breathe. "I'll wear it forever." They sat together under the light of the moon. And in that moment, both of them knew battles, dangers, even death awaited ahead. But as long as they were together, they had everything. Time passed. The battles grew fiercer. But every time Mitsuri leapt into the fight, Obanai was right there beside her, her unwavering shadow. He no longer saw himself as filth, because Mitsuri's love cleansed everything it touched. And one day, as they stood among the ruins after yet another fight, Obanai whispered, "After this war, I want to live my life by your side." Mitsuri smiled through her tears. "That's all I've ever wanted."